Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about microbes in human welfare. Chapter number 10 in your NCERT book. Nowadays we are staying at home. The whole world is staying at home. And what is the hot topic of the whole world? That is about coronavirus. Yes. This coronavirus is also a microbe. But this virus is a harmful microbe. But today we are going to study about useful microbes. There are so many microbes without which we cannot live. We are going to study about those beneficial microbes. What are microbes? You studied in your lower classes. Microbes are tiny living organisms that are found all around, and we cannot see them with our naked eye, but we can see them under a microscope. Such organisms are called microbes. We cannot see them with our naked eye, but we can see them under a microscope. They are very tiny and they are present all around us. Such organisms are called microbes. Where are these microbes present? These microbes are present all over the world. In air, in water, in soil, deep under the soil, and also deep under many layers of snow. And they are also present inside our body, inside the body of animals, inside the body of plants, and also in places, in habitats where the temperature exceeds 100 degrees Celsius. There also you can see the microbes. So microbes are all around us. They are present in everywhere. There are different types of microbes. What are the different types of microbes? Bacteria, protozoa, fungi, viruses, viroids, and prions. These are all different types of microbes. Prion, it's a new word to you. Prions are proteinaceous infectious agents. They also cause diseases and their body is made up of a protein. That is why they are called proteinaceous infectious agents. We know that we cannot see the microbes with our naked eye, but we can see them only when they are present in colonies. In the laboratory, if we culture the microbes in culture plates, they grow in colonies and we can see them with our naked eye. Open your NCERT book and look at page number 180. Here in this page, you see the images of different microbes are given. Page number 180. These are all different types of bacteria. This is rod-shaped bacteria. These are rod-shaped bacteria. Bacillus. Spherical-shaped bacteria. Coccus. Rod-shaped bacteria with flagella. These are all bacteria magnified approximately 50,000 times or 1,500 times. And these are all viruses, different viruses. They are also magnified to 1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs time magnified. This is a bacteriophage. Virus, the name is bacteriophage. The virus that infects a bacteria is known as bacteriophage. This is a adenovirus and this is tobacco mosaic virus that cause disease in tobacco plants. And these two are colonies of bacteria and fungus. These two are not magnified because they live in colony. There are millions and millions of bacteria and fungi are present in these culture plates. So we can see them with our naked eye. The useful microbes we are going to study under different headings: microbes in household products, microbes in industrial products, microbes in sewage treatment, microbes in production of biogas, microbes as biocontrol agents, microbes as fertilizers. Today we are going to study about microbes in household products and microbes in industrial products only. Okay. Shall we move on to microbes in household products? Microbes are useful in synthesizing or producing so many food items. Look at this one. What is this? An idli. What is this? Bread. What is this? Curd. For preparing all these things, we use microbes. Without microbes, we cannot prepare all these things. There are so many other items are also there. Fishes, soya beans, bamboo sticks, bamboo shoots. These are all fermented, and from the fermented one they prepare so many food items. And also cheese is also prepared with the help of microbes only. We will study all these household products one by one. First, curd. We will study about curd. Curd is prepared from milk. How does your mother prepare curd? She takes some amount of milk. And then she adds some amount of curd in it. She adds some amount of half a teaspoon of curd into the milk. And this half teaspoon of milk, this curd, is known as inoculum or starter. She adds this curd into the milk and she mixes well, and then she keeps it undisturbed for whole night. Next day morning, we can see thick curd from the milk. What happens? What changes took place in changing this milk into the curd? What happens? This inoculum, it has millions of bacteria. What bacteria? You know, the name you know, I know. Lactobacillus. Yes, very good. Lactobacillus. This lactobacillus, when we add some amount of curd into the milk, this lactobacillus, they started to grow. They grow in number by cell division. During this growth, lactic acid is formed inside the milk. And this lactic acid partially digests the milk. That's very important. You have to write partial digestion of milk protein happens. Then, due to this process, the milk is changed into curd. What is the advantage of curd? This curd, it contains more amount of vitamin B12. It contains more amount of vitamin B12, and also it checks the harmful bacteria that is present inside our stomach. When we eat curd, the harmful bacteria are killed by this curd, by the lactobacillus present inside the curd. This lactobacillus bacteria is also known as lactic acid bacteria and also lactic acid bacteria. Okay, next, idli and dosa dough. For For preparing this idli dosa dough, bacteria are used. We mix rice paste and urad dal paste, and then we mix together, and then we keep aside undisturbed the whole night. Next day, the level of the dough increases because of the process called fermentation. By bacteria, carbon dioxide is released, and due to this carbon dioxide, the level of this dough increases, and with that dough we prepare idli and dosa. And bread is also prepared with the help of one microbe, yeast, by name Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Bread is prepared with the help of yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae. The Saccharomyces cerevisiae is also known as baker's yeast. And another product, toddy. What is that? Kallu. That is also prepared with the help of microbes. It is prepared from the fermenting sap of palmyra plants, palm plants. Fermenting sap from palmyra trees. Here also fermentation takes place with the help of microbes. Fishes, soya beans and bamboo shoots are also fermented with the help of microbes, and they are used to prepare various food items. Cheese is also prepared from microbes. There are two types of cheese, Swiss cheese and Roquefort cheese. Swiss cheese is prepared from Propionibacterium shermani. Roquefort cheese is prepared from a fungi, Penicillium roqueforti. And this Penicillium roqueforti gives the special flavor and blue color to the Roquefort cheese. So, the different household products like curd, idli dosa, bread, toddy, fishes, soya beans, bamboo shoots, and then cheese. For fermenting all these things, we need microbes. Without microbes, we cannot prepare all these things. Next, shall we move on to microbes in industrial products? Microbes in industrial products. Different industrial products like beverages, antibiotics, chemicals, enzymes, and bioactive molecules are produced from microbes.